something that happened, either with somebody else outside, it could be a family member, it could be something in the community. A situation, it might not always be with another person. It could be a situation, and you know that that feeling, okay. Is there some, maybe you want to share some conflicts?
What conflict?
Conflict means like
Dia macam conflict je.
the times when you feel that
We settle already, no conflict already.
very good. But let me just share what that conflict is first. No need to be something very deep. It can be something very simple.
Maybe I can share. Okay. It's something common in my household. My youngest daughter is very attached to the father. But father refused to do things for the daughter. No example, like she wants father to shower her or change her. But I understand that my husband is tired after work. But my daughter, like die wants the father to do things. But the father choose not to lah.
So then, what is it? What is
I
it?
angry lah.
Okay. Then let's put that down. So there's this daughter would like father to
Do things lah.
to help her lah.
Yeah, correct.
Care for her lah.
Correct.
Yeah, and then when he doesn't, the mother in you is upset, right?
Yeah, then the child keeps on crying, not behaving well.
Right.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Any other conflict? I give a very simple example. It's not a big conflict, but I know it's something within my heart. The day I asked my husband, can you keep the clothes? And then after that, put on the bed. Then the children will fold their clothes, the adult clothes put on our bed, right? Okay. So what do you think I will expect after the adult clothes put on our bed?
Have to go lah.
Not before, right? Then go into the room. He only fold his own clothes. Don't fold my clothes. Inside got what feeling already? Okay. There's a bit of a conflict inside me already.
Maybe I put inside the dustbin, they want to follow.
My clothes lah.
For me, they want to follow their clothes, throw inside the dustbin lah.
So there's this feeling inside me and go, you put your own clothes only. Then my clothes, you just leave on the bed. Okay. So this feeling is I know that it can become a conflict. Just this feeling. Okay.
Dia nak masak sendiri.
Just write this. Okay, any others? Very simple one can be like that. Because a conflict can start with just how you are feeling inside. Not necessarily a big one when you argue or fight. Any other conflicts that you experienced recently?
Mira, my turn.
What happened that time?
What happened? You want to listen to me? You want to go to what? Apa nama tempat itu? Eco Dream. Oh, stubborn.
Okay. So your son is supposed to go to Echo Dream. Already enrolled lah.
Yeah,
Already.
He's suspended. He's suspended.
Okay. But he cannot go suspend.
After that, the officer asked him to call. He don't want to call. Even though Farhad also
Okay.
asked him to call, he was like
Okay.
lari.
So after suspension, the son does not want to attend Echo Dream. Okay, so in case you want to explain what is Echo Dream? Not an equal dream, right? What's the name?
Equal dream.
Equal dream.
Equal.
Equal dream.
Equal.
So it's equal.
Equal 2, 3. Equal to 4.
Okay.
ECO.
No,
Yeah. But anybody want to quickly explain what is equal dream?
It's actually a boarding school.
It's for the scholarship.
And it's,
Scholarship.
people have to sign that bond and they are sponsored by some funders from outside, and it's collaborated with SCC and FSC.
Right.
Yeah, and then
Right. So
What
it's
is
like a
it?
boarding.
Equal dream?
equal dreams.
So it's like a boarding place for the children, but the school is not there lah. It's just a hostel lah.
Yes,
They
it's a
still go
hostel,
to
and
the
then they have tuition and they have caretakers to take care of the kids over there.
Okay. So how do you? So when you ask your son go, he doesn't want to go. What is inside you?
He don't want to go. He just say, I don't want, mommy. I want to stay because very far lah. From there to school. Then have to go back. Then Friday come back. Then for him, he don't want. Then someone he said, that side you mess around with the friends, right? Some is okay, some is not okay.
Right.
Some is a bad example. Some is okay.
Right.
So that's why my son meets with a bad example until being caught. Then I have to pay the summon.
Okay. But yet you still want him to go.
Yeah, because he active in the soccer. So when he was there, a lot of the the staff teach him how to play soccer, how to play like tactic lah. But the thing is, he mixed with the few of his friends lah.
So this is something that got you a bit frustrated lah, huh? That he won't go lah. He doesn't want to go. Any other examples?
I think I can give one. Like conflict can be misunderstanding between, like, you know, for example, we are all community leaders, right? And then like if there's too much voices, then like one cannot understand the other. Then like one wants to do A, the other one to do B. Then there's two conflicts already. Then if C comes in, there's more conflict. So that's my understanding of conflicts for me lah.
Right.
Yeah.
So there is disagreement when there's many people involved in a project lah,
Yes.
or in doing something. Then everybody would
Wants
like
to be correct.
Alright, everybody would like to contribute, but it can be difficult because there's so
The
many
understanding.
opinions. Right. Okay, thank you. Okay, we are just going to put that down first, right? You're right, actually a lot of times conflicts are due to misunderstandings, or disagreements. It could be it could be disagreement because I don't agree with what you say, but a lot of times it is about misunderstanding, right? I can give an example of this misunderstanding. I was at the supermarket one day, so I was looking for something. Then I called the supermarket attendant, the staff lah, and you see lah. I say, hey, I say hello, I need to find something. Then she walked away. Wow, then what do you think of you?
Bahaya tu lah.
I feel when she ignore me, right? Then after that, somebody come and tell me, she cannot hear one. But if the person didn't tell me, I would think this one
Very rude.
very rude. Then I suddenly, because before that, I was really a bit, this one she ignore me, the feeling. But luckily I never scold her yet lah. But somebody came and tell me she cannot hear or talk. Then I realized actually it's a misunderstanding. It's not because she's rude, but because she cannot hear and talk, right? So sometimes we don't know, we assume. This is the time we assume it isn't very rude, but actually we don't know. Right? We only know she walked away. We don't know the reason. Right? Okay, so and conflicts can lead to very violent verbal response. Sometimes violent is response is not use hand one, it's the words. One of the things my family like to use, my children like to use, shut up. To me that's very, very violent because it makes you feel like, wow, you don't let me talk.
Provoke you lah.
No, me lah. Children talk among themselves like, you shut up. This one and that, the one, you tell the other one, you shut up. It's like, let you hear all this, sooner or later the shut up will use hand already. You can start with words, then they will use hands, right? So it can escalate to something more serious. Just the words can make something more serious, right? Okay. So I want to introduce today what we call can you see if I sit down here? Okay, non-violent communication. Okay, I have to say that I attended this course, right? It's not that I'm a trainer for this course, but I think the reason why I want to introduce this because I found that it's very, very it has guided me a lot in how I communicate, and I would like to share this with all of you in the way that I can do it, right? So I don't know if some of you who know me, right, and text me, you know what's my profile pic or profile message? Thank you. If you see my profile message, right, it says peace begins with me, right? And I only changed that after I attended the course, right? And that's because after attending the course, I do believe that I can start bringing peace to my relationship if peace begins with me, okay? Whether it's at home, at work, or with anyone. About 1 or 2 months after the course, I changed the word peace begins with me. I look at it, I want to change to something else again. You know why?
Nobody's not listening.
Because I realized at home I start shouting, screaming at my children. At first I very good, I calm, okay, can you please, I start with asking my son, can I request that you do this? After a while my son, is this a request or demand? Because a request means I cannot expect him to say yes all the time. But after a while, he started using this back on me, request or demand. Because request, he will say no. But when he say no, I realize, I'm not happy leh. Right? Okay, so after a while, I realized I'm not being very peaceful with myself and with other people. I only want to change, take away that peace between people. Not about, see, when we talk about non-violent communication and peace begins with me, important thing is that we need to be kind to ourselves. Right? When I'm not able to maintain that peace or be the peaceful presence, and that does not mean that I cannot be tomorrow. That doesn't mean I cannot be next week, right? Because I have to first be at peace that I do make mistakes. You know, I try again tomorrow. I cannot say, well, I cannot, like, forget it, lah. We need to practice this already, lah. Right? Because it's not so easy, right? And when is the hardest time to practice being peaceful? Where?
Home.
Home, you're right. It's the hardest, okay, to practice it at home and with children and, for my case, husband. Okay? Most difficult. Yeah, but because one of the things I learned about from non-violent communication, in short I call MVC, it must start with me and being kind to myself. If I cannot do it today, never mind, I got tomorrow, I got the next week. So that's the reason why I want to introduce this, because I think it has helped me and our colleagues, because we did this course. Okay. So what is MVC, right? Okay. It is a language of life, basically. How can you communicate in a more compassionate way? It focuses a lot on empathy. Empathy, meaning how you can feel for other people. Compassion, and it focuses on understanding. It helps us to communicate how we feel and what we need in a way that ensures we are understood. Because sometimes we communicate, people cannot understand us. What you say? I don't know. I don't know what you mean. Because we say something, we think this is what I mean. Doesn't mean the person understands what I mean. Yeah. So how do we ensure that when we communicate, we want people to understand us? And it helps us to foster connection, okay, and resolve conflicts without being violent, without being aggressive. Okay. Aggression always starts with a thought, not the words first, it's the thought, the feeling and the thought, right? Then the words come out. After the words come out, the hand will come out. Okay. It's very common. I think it happens to all of us. Maybe for some of you, you're a bit more calm. I'm generally not a very calm person, so I have to practice. Yeah. Yeah. So, but it does mean that we have to start connecting with ourselves first and our feelings. We must recognize that our feelings are important, before we ignore it. And then we ignore it, then we will not be able to, if we ignore it, then we will think that cannot be angry. Actually, that's not it. It is okay to be angry. There's no need to tell ourselves, I cannot be angry, I cannot get upset, because feelings are normal. And this is something we teach children as well. Your feelings are normal. Yeah. If people tell you don't be angry, how do we don't be angry when you're angry? Cannot, right? You angry means angry. How do we don't be angry? Yeah, when you're angry, you're angry. But the question is, what do you do with the anger? Right? What do you do with it?
Let it go.
You can let it go if you find some way to hold the anger first. Then you let it go. Otherwise, you let go already. Maybe today let go. The anger inside still have, right? Yeah, still have. Yeah. So it's important that we must have self-empathy, meaning that it's okay. If you're sad, you're angry, tell yourself it's okay. It's okay for me to be sad. It's okay for me to be angry. Love yourself, yeah, right? Then you can start being kind in the way you communicate to others, because you are first kind to ourselves. One thing I realized and learned, right, about all of you, this group, you're all very good in action, in being generous, in giving your time to others. I also remember a conversation that a lot of times you give up so much of yourself that, what about ourselves, right? You must take care of ourselves before you take care of others. And then we can communicate in a more compassionate way. Okay. I want to ask this quote. You understand this quote? You want to help me read loud?
It isn't what people do that make us angry, it's something within us that responds to what they do.
Okay.
ChatGPT.
Anybody wants to help to explain this?
think it's the way that you react to people. It's not that like you make me angry, but it's how I react to you.
How I react depends on what's inside me.
Correct.
Then I react.
Yes.
Okay. One of the things at home, I won't say who lah, like to use this statement. You make me angry. At home, I hear that quite a lot. And then I wonder when you say, you make me angry means that who's responsible for my anger?
The person.
The person, right? Can I get, if I don't want to be angry, I will blame that person, right? You make me angry. I hear that at home. Right? And I know it's not easy for the person to change that idea. That it's not you who make me angry. I get angry because of something. Right? But this phrase, how many of you hear this phrase a lot? Or have heard this phrase? You make me angry. You make me feel whatever lah. Yeah. You are the one that caused me to. How many of you hear this?
No, I myself use it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's not, and I think you're right, because we use it. I sometimes use it, right? Because when I forget to practice the piece, then I use it. Then I blame it. I blame it on others, right? So, but when that happens, when we say you make me, what happens to that feeling? Can I manage it, or that person must help me to feel better?
You yourself manage it. You yourself manage it.
We hope we can manage, right? But if we say that you make me, the only way I can feel better is
To vent it to the person.
yes, yeah. Either is I retaliate in a way, or the person must change the way they behave. Then I can feel better. Then if the person don't change, then
The more you angry lah. The more you angry, the more.
then will we ever feel better?
No.
But does that mean that our feelings will always depend on other people? Maybe right. Yeah. Only if you do something right, then I can feel better. But I need to take care of myself. I need to take care of my feelings. Right? Whether or not you care for me, I must take care first. Right? I want to feel better. How do I feel better? Right? So I think that's what we mean by, thank you Farida for sharing that. Any others? Any other opinions about this statement?
Go strong.
Anybody else want to share about this statement? It's what people do that make us
The
angry.
son, the son always.
What?
He say what?
Go ahead.
Mama, shut up, don't noise. Shut up.
Dia very difficult morning want to go the apa tu army camp Kranji kan very far from Leko Baru. Every morning I wait mommy 6 o'clock later. Wait 5 minutes. Wait I cannot sleep. I think sometimes I also headache. I want to after I pray I wake up myself everything I want to need to rest again. But I still sleep.
Okay.
I also happy. When you want to know.
Right. So over here the situation is that you are expecting your son to get up and get ready lah, right? Every morning it does get very frustrating. Yeah.
I just have one small clarification lah, just to check with you. What about those situations when we feel the other person is deliberately provoking us?
Yeah.
So in that sense, that goes in a different flow chart.
Yeah. I have to say this is not therapy, right? It does not apply in every situation because some of us do meet with very difficult relationship, very traumatic relationship. Okay, and for those who have, and no matter how you try to say that I will not let you affect me, if this relationship is harmful to us, what should we do? What do you think we will do? If this relationship is harmful to us?
Block lah.
Right? You will block, right? Or we also we cut. Because if this relationship continue to make us feel small, bad, and no matter how we try to empathize with ourselves and perhaps try to understand and empathize with that person, but it doesn't work, then we must care for ourselves. There are times that such very, very difficult situation. right? You will block, you will cut. Okay. But before it gets there, of course, then there are the times, most of the time it's not like that, right? For most relationships, it's not like that. It's probably your child, children, sometimes some small things with your partner, then sometimes your friends, sometimes people in the community. Yeah. So I have to say this is not therapy. This is just in general how we can better communicate and respond. Oh, sorry. So let's go back to the conflict just now. Okay, just now. So okay. So we go back to this conflict. Okay, the situation, I go in, I look at the bed. Why his clothes are folded, my clothes are not folded? What do you think I will be feeling? I'm pissed off, right? Yeah. Actually, pissed off is the upset, angry lah. But within me, the pissed off and anger, what is it? I feel sad, right? I feel disappointed, right? Why you do your own things, don't do mine? It's a bit disappointing, one.
I just put.
Yeah. So sometimes if I really feel like it, I will just tell my husband, hey, why you do your own, you don't do mine? I may do that, right? So that might get me something, right? Because what am I thinking? I'm thinking that you take care of your own thing, you don't take care of mine. This is what I'm thinking. That's why I get pissed off. Because this is my thinking, right? I get pissed, I get disappointed. You take care of your things, you don't take care of my things, right? However, a good thing that day I come down first, and then start to think of different things. Okay, and then the feelings change. What was the different thinking I replaced the initial thinking? The initial thinking is you take care of your own things, you don't take care of my things. The feeling sure upset, sure disappointed. I had to change my thinking to
In future, don't do it.
that's in the future. But in order, does that make me feel any better? No, it doesn't make me feel
It's
better.
compared to the same.
Yeah. So the thinking that I had to replace it with was, okay lah, he will probably think that if you fold, I don't like it, I will fold again. Which is true. Okay, my husband fold clothes, I cannot make it. I don't know how they fold one, I cannot make it.
Roti prata like that.
So then I had to tell myself, okay, he probably think that the way he fold cannot make it, I will end up folding again because he said it before. I fold, cannot make it, you fold lah. Right? So when I start to think, okay, he probably think he cannot do a good job. He let me do. How do you think I would feel if I think like that?
You standard tu lah.
Huh? How do you think I would feel?
You will feel better lah.
I will feel better.
Be more positive.
Yeah. I don't feel like it's because he doesn't care about my thing. I will feel that it's because he will prefer that I do it my way. Yeah. Then the feeling come down. Because if not, it's like, well, you care about yours, you care about Yeah. Now if I think, okay, he probably prefer that I do it my way. Then it's different. So I have to stop, think, change how I think. Right? So this is what we mean by your feeling. You must recognize the feeling, and then where does it come from? The feeling comes from a certain thinking that you have. Okay, let's look at the next one. Son does not want to attend equal dreams. Okay, he was suspended, right? Yeah. Then after that, he supposed to go back, right? How do you feel when he doesn't want to go?
I feel sad, bad for him lah.
You feel sad for him.
Bad also.
You feel sad and bad. Yeah. What?
The bad is like, this is what you want, but you don't want to achieve. You don't want to achieve what you want lah.
Okay.
This is what you want. You want to become a good goalkeeper, professional goalkeeper, whatsoever lah. But the thing is, you make your life spoiled. So I feel like bad lah.
Okay. So it sounds like you feel sorry for him. You feel sorry for him. Sorry for him that he actually wants something, but actually he cannot do it. You feel very sorry.
Yeah, I feel bad. I feel bad that he cannot cope lah the thing that he
Right. As a mother, you probably feel more sorry, feel bad, rather than angry that he's not going lah. Correct. And when you feel sorry that actually he can
Because
make it.
nowadays also we cannot force them also.
Mm.
You force them, the more you force, the more become, mommy negi.
Yeah. So you feel that you cannot force, but yet you feel very sorry and very sad that you cannot achieve the dream. It's not just about
Only that I said you don't regret one day lah. Don't regret. Because this is your time, it's not my time, it's your time. But once you regret, definitely too bad lah, too late already.
okay.
So I just like I advise him lah. It's your future, not my future. So if you want to be like this, you become like this, it's your pasal, not my pasal.
Okay. Okay, I'm going to challenge you all a bit lah. You all were teenagers before, right?
No.
Eh? I see the teenager.
I will say no.
Pass off as well. Old teenager. Yeah. All of us are teenagers before. Yeah.
Yes, sure.
And how often have you heard this from your parents before? You do what you want. I don't care already. Okay, it's up to you. Have you heard before from your parents?
Oh long.
Yeah.
Come to generation already.
How did you feel at that time hearing this?
I don't care also.
You don't care, right?
Because tomorrow, next week also I hear the same thing.
Yeah.
Last week also I hear the same thing.
But in the future, I feel regret lah.
Yeah. So I mean the reason why I want to challenge is because this is not uncommon for us to say this, right? It's your choice, it's your responsibility, you do what you want. What do you hope inside you when you say this? What do you hope?
We hope for the child to change lah, or listen to us lah.
Be a better person lah.
Yeah, we hope, right? But the result is, do you think the child would respond well?
Wrong, right?
Yeah.
Good for
Because
nothing.
what we want is we are just telling them what we think. Do we know what they feel? Do we know what they're thinking?
No.
No, we don't know yet. Yeah. So it does mean that first we like you said, you check yourself, right? I'm feeling sorry for my son. Okay. What is the reason that he's not going? Do we know? Right. What is his needs? What are his needs? Okay. If he's not going, is he feeling sad himself when he's not going, or he very happy that he's not going?
He want a freedom only.
Okay.
Don't become a gamer.
Okay, so gamer, that's what he wants right now, right? I mean, that's what he wants. That cannot happen now.
That was about a few years back lah. You want to say? I said you really then you have to stop your school lah. Don't need to go to school. You become a gamer. You see, if you become a gamer, can have a future. Okay, carry on lah. I won't disturb. But you don't feel regret.
Right. They will tell you, I don't regret one. They sure tell you like that.
He
I
just
don't
be quiet
regret.
only. Be quiet.
Okay, at least your son keep quiet. My son tell me I don't regret. I say you don't pass, you don't go poly, you don't go IT, what you gonna do? Don't worry, I will know what to do.
Wow.
He will don't care what I say. He think that the world is like in his hands. He can do what he wants. Okay, so I realize that no matter what I say, it's not gonna help, right? So therefore, I realize that how we need to unpack our feeling. As you said, you are feeling sorry, right? And because what is your need actually when he's not going to Equal Dreams? What do you hope for yourself? What are your needs?
Change lah. Ask him to change and think for his future. Because he think that he's the one that I always push him, not the brother. Always him. Everything was him.
Right.
So he feel like why must me? Everything on me. Why never my brother do?
So actually, you would like to feel that he can understand you, right? You feel that you would like understanding.
Because I ever say now mommy have, the one day mommy don't have. Then how your life? You know father how?
Okay. But we all have our needs when we are upset. It's because the needs is not being met at that time. And the needs would be, at this point of time, you wish that there's some connection. He can understand that you are feeling sorry. You feel that you would like to be understood. You would like to be connected, right? So these are our needs. The reason why I'm introducing needs is because a lot of times what we do, how we feel, how we react, is because we have needs that are not met. Needs that are not met. Okay? Now, you look at this needs. Autonomy means freedom, right? How many of you feel that freedom is important?
Freedom.
Yeah, freedom is important for
For
yourself.
us,
Yeah.
Yeah, for yourself.
Ni masuk up.
Yeah. We all want freedom to make choices, right? It's important. Is it an important need? Yes, it's an important need. Okay, connection. Connection means you feel that you need to connect with people. You feel that you are accepted, you are appreciated, you are acknowledged. You feel that you want to belong somewhere with some people. How many feel is important?
50-50.
50.
50-50 kat bawah ada.
Oh, gini, 50-50.
Yang tengah lah.
Why 50-50?
50-50 lah, because sometimes you can get
Sorry?
you can get very overwhelming.
Okay.
Yeah, overwhelming because of that, and then the response will be like expectations, then don't. So that's why 50-50.
Okay. Okay. But okay, so what you are saying is that you are concerned about what people may expect.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, that is one thing.
Yeah.
For yourself, is this need important that you want to be appreciated, acknowledged, to feel that you belong to some people? We still want that. The only thing is that when we are with people, there's always, when you interact with people, there could be some challenges or difficulties. Meaning is something that all of you, I believe, can understand very well, because you do what you do because it gives you meaning in life, right? Yeah, you are contributing to the community.
She need to be actually for what?
Talking.
Pergi lah.
Yeah, you want to go? You want to go outside?
Yeah.
Yeah. So meaning is something that is important because you do what you do because you feel that it's important. It gives you meaning, right? In what you do. And many of you have shared that you have gone through very difficult circumstances in life. Some of them last time, some even now. However, you still give and help people because it gives us meaning, right? Even when we are sad, we are feeling challenged, at home, we have difficulties. When we help people, it gives us meaning. So that is a very important need for us, right? Physical well-being, okay, your air, food, shelter, rest, sleep, very important. So if any of you say that don't have enough sleep, and I know like sometimes not so easy. Sometimes people cannot sleep. I hear that lah.
Insomnia.
Yeah, insomnia and all right. But these are basic needs that we all need. Yeah, basic needs are important. Play. How many of you play means that you need to have fun, right? Laughter. How many of you wish that you have more fun and laughter? More fun and laughter. Colin. The youngest person here feel that you need more fun and laughter. Thank you.
All already, sorry. By 1 year.
How many of you feel that fun and laughter is important in your life?
All of us.
1000%.
All of us, right?
1000%.
Yeah. All of us is a very important need. However,
No stressful.
many of us here may feel that need is we cannot meet that need because of all our responsibilities, right? Then we cannot meet that need. But actually that need is important, right? And peace, right? Need for peace. We all, as much as possible, would like to live at peace with others and with ourselves. Honesty, right? You want to interact with people in an honest way, right? With integrity. You want to, say, you treat people with heart. You want people to treat you with heart also, right? So that's the honesty. So these are the needs, right? That we all have. And what happens when we get very upset is because a need is not met. So just now, as I say, why I get upset when I see my clothes not being folded was because I didn't feel that there was, maybe I didn't feel that my husband cared, right? That's why I got upset. That was a need. And you know why? Because that day was my birthday. So all the more I was thinking that maybe not on my birthday I do something, right? So all the more I feel that don't care for me. So I thought it's a way to show care lah. That was my need, right? For that care on that day, right? But okay, but that's besides the point. And then I tell myself it's because he preferred that I do it myself lah. I did
Next
my
time you say actually my birthday, don't make me angry.
Cannot. Make me angry means my feeling depend on him. I don't want to depend on him for my feeling.
Yes, sir.
I want to depend on myself for my feeling. Yeah. So these are needs that we all have. It's important. When these needs are not met, a lot of times, when we talk about young people join gang, you heard about this, When young people join game, what are they looking for?
K-pop.
Who's the K-pop? Okay. They're looking for K-pop.
The new
K-pop.
stuff lah, news.
K-pop gives them what?
Enjoy.
Oh,
Satisfaction.
They give them a sense of satisfaction, but the satisfaction is what kind of satisfaction? What kind of need?
Laughter.
Okay, maybe that is how they can get.
We laugh at them actually.
Okay, so K-pop because it's so common now, right? When people take K-pop, right? What is the need that is they are meeting? K-pop is not a need, K-pop is something that helps them feel,
Try new stuff.
Okay, maybe they need excitement.
Excitement lah.
Excitement.
Probably the feeling of high lah, because
No,
K-pop is like vape also, right? So they just
It's
need
a
to
vape.
have that feel. So
Okay.
they don't know that
Experience lah, experience.
feel, then the expression.
So when you feel high,
Itu dah lain Syul.
so when you feel high, what happens? You feel peace, right? When you feel high, you will
No
forget.
stress, no stress.
Yes, because they're looking for peace, right?
Coffee giving?
Maybe that's what they're looking for. They're looking for peace.
Really?
Yeah, it could be because I know one young person, one 15-year-old who lives nearby. He keeps telling the mother he finds no meaning in life. No meaning in life. And that's why he keeps saying that he wants a K-pop. He finds no meaning in life.
No meaning ah. Tell them to come ikut.
I mean, not so easy lah. So, but for him is that he cried to his mother. He said no meaning in life. He wants to die. Yeah. It sounds to me that he's in a lot of pain. And I wonder when he takes a K-pop, how does that help him?
Before K-pop, he got no meaning lah.
If you have no meaning. I think because when you think right, and you are high right, can you feel?
Yeah, I mean before he take the K-pop. Why cannot? The life how? No meaning also.
I think he has been having difficulty for a long time now.
Is it because he's having depression actually?
It could be. It could be.
Sounds like.
Yeah, it could
Yeah,
be.
because you say no meaning, why don't you just jump on it?
That sounds
Perfect, no? Perfect.
But you wouldn't want to speak like that to a young person, right? Because what will happen if you challenge a young person to do this?
But we have to like step forward what? So wake up is
It's not, yeah. So we have not found a way to connect yet.
Because he's 50 years old, there's a long way to go, man.
Yeah. So we have not found a way to connect with him yet. Okay, to be honest, I've not found a way to connect with him. To hear from him.
one of the boys.
Okay, so back to gangs, right? When young people join gangs, what are they looking for? Belonging, friends, right? Today is very important. Brotherhood lah.
Gang in what way? Gang in what way?
Okay lah, nowadays I don't know have not lah. Last time got bad, some got good. They join those gangs lah. They play brother who go together, lawyer go and I don't know, rioting whatever lah. That kind of gang lah.
Gang ada yang gang main bola punya, ada yang main PlayStation.
You're right. They are good and bad, right?
Betul lah, aku cakap. Mana tu?
So they are good and bad, but they all meet same need. Whether it's same good
Concurrent lah.
or bad. Their purpose is they want sense of belonging. They want to feel. They want to have
Dia nak abang-abang
feel
lubang.
acceptance. So it doesn't matter good or bad gang. As long as if they meet the need, they will join. Right? It doesn't matter good or bad.
Yang mana in the group chat a lot macam-macam group chat nak semua ada.
Okay. So what we want to say is that people will do different things to meet their needs. Sometimes it's not about whether it's good thing or bad thing, but it's important. The need is important. Okay. So I would want because all of you here are community volunteers, right? Leaders and volunteers. I want to ask you, as a community leader and volunteer, what is important need for yourself?
To serve the community.
What is an important need?
To serve the community.
Feeling
To close the gaps.
Need, your need.
Itu dah have
What is important as you are a community volunteer and leader?
Mine is connection.
Connection is important, right? You want to be connected to people. What else?
Wait.
Wait. Okay, we got two. I do have a
One round.
connection. Okay, why is that important as a community volunteer?
Because you see, all the words there, right, is actually we need that to bring the community
Betul,
together.
Mumai. Right.
Talking peace.
Yeah. Because this one is to guide everybody to speak one at a time,
Yeah.
One at a time.
Yeah.
Now your turn. You want to speak?
Okay. Sorry. So I just clarified. For you, connection is important.
Apa you
because as a community leader and volunteer, being in the community, people connected, heart to heart is important. That's why this connection is important to you. Okay, next one. What is important to you as a community volunteer?
Anyone here, is it?
No. Who want to talk?
It can be anything, but this helps
for yourself.
Yeah.
I will let thank you everyone for what is it?
What is
Is
it?
anything here?
Yeah.
No, for yourself.
Career.
Don't have
yourself. Only this one.
For yourself.
Oh, okay. For me, like, for myself, I feel it's important to what?
Your need, as a
My
community volunteer.
need is to.
Hey.
You said so much just now.
That needs, yeah, that.
Anybody would like to share, like, as a community volunteer or leader, what kind of need is important to you? Connection. Yeah.
I too much already.
No, just say. Apa yang kau main duduk-duduk sini? Fem, jaga Fem.
Ni masuk.
Okay. Let it pass. Friendship is important in being in a community. Friendship is about connection. Yes.
My bonding.
Bonding is about friendship, connection.
Bonding with the people and the resident.
Right. So to you, that need is important as a community volunteer.
Ni Nami.
Kalau pergi play, adventure, excitement. I mean like, leaders among leaders lah.
Terbaik.
Maybe bring us to super park, we jump and then we
Nice.
go back.
So, but even as you
Jangan super pak sangat. Pulang dah fragile.
so as you contribute to the community, you want to meet the need of the excitement, the
Yes.
fun, even as you
Yes.
contribute.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like among us lah.
Right.
Super park.
Understanding. Right. Understanding is connection, right? That you want people, that you want understanding both ways.
Yes.
Now another word would be mutuality. What is mutuality? It's both ways.
Neutral.
Yeah, mutual. That my heart to you, your heart to me. What people would say that being a community volunteer, you hope that it's two-way, right? It's two-way relationship. Thank you. Ini?
Connection and communication.
Communication would be okay. You want to communicate in a way that connects you with people. Okay.
I think it's the honesty and integrity.
Honesty and integrity as a community leader. That's important. Right. Thank you. And actually, some of you have not said, but I think being competent is important. Right? As you are contributing to the community, you also hope that you are able to do it well. You want to be seen as doing well, right, in the community. And I think there's nothing wrong to feel that you are doing good and you can do it well, right? Being competent is important, right? Perhaps at different contexts, certain needs will stand out more, right? For you, it sounds to me connection is more important than, yeah, sorry?
Share something.
Yeah. What is it?
She said that even if you want to be competent, right, you can be competent, but don't be so overconfident.
Okay. So overconfident is how people see you, right?
And
And
yourself also.
right.
So I'm just curious about the physical well-being. I'm not being rude, but what's the sexual aspect for that physical well-being?
Okay. We talk about human development. Everybody has sexual needs. Everyone. Okay. Some
Mati pucuk.
sexual needs lah.
Yes, mana?
I will be very open here lah. Here can lah.
Sexuality.
Amina, R21 already.
15 years.
Haven't ah?
The youngest one is there.
Oh, haven't R21 oh. Okay.
Close your ears. Close your ears.
No, actually we all have sexual needs and we need some sort of sexual expression.
No lah.
Right? And that kind of expression can be with a partner, Okay, and sometimes you meet your own sexual needs yourself. That one you know lah, huh? Boys what they do.
I know what it is.
But not 15 years never touch yet.
They'll touch yourself lah. You know.
Mendy's.
You what? Especially when you are a teenager. Right?
Teenager.
You cannot. Maybe you cannot express your sexual needs with another person.
That will come under the list of
Yeah, because we are all sexual
Teenager,
beings. It is not. We are all sexual
Oh,
beings.
macam
Sometimes we can meet a sexual need with another person. Sometimes we
Oh,
cannot.
bukan bad dream eh?
And we cannot. We will meet the needs ourselves, which is why there's sex toys. There's sex toys to meet your own needs. Yeah. Because if you don't meet your needs this way, what will you end up doing? You will go and find somewhere else lah. Somebody else lah to meet your needs.
If like lesbian like that, lesbian.
Sorry lah, as a teenager growing up, we will meet at, I don't know, at 14, 15 years old, we meet our sexual needs in some way ourselves. I shall not explain too much,
They have a feeling.
but I can remember what I do.
Okay, never mind. I just asked about the physical well-being. I never asked the further.
Yeah. So physical well-being is about our basic needs lah.
Yeah.
Sexual expression and needs is a basic need. We all have that. So but that also means that we can have that need, but we cannot bring harm to another person because of our need. Alright, that one is important, right? The need is there, but that does not mean that to the extent of bringing harm to another person. That different already. Yeah, because other person also have a need for safety and protection.
Itu dah psycho dah.
Thank you.
Okay, so when our needs are not met, right? For example, when we talk about young people, some of them, I will not say all, some of them, like you say, who join gangs because of sense of belonging, friendship, etc. Some of them may find that they cannot meet the need at home, in school. Okay, it's not how much you do for them; they just cannot feel. Correct? They cannot feel, no matter how much you do. So they cannot feel it. They cannot meet their need at home, in school. They will try to find it elsewhere. So when your needs are not met, you will try to find it elsewhere. You will communicate in ways that that sometimes can be harmful, right? Because you hope to be respected. You didn't get it, but you may then end up blurting out, right? You idiot, you fool lah, whatever. You don't know how to say things properly. Sorry. These are words that I've used before lah, right? So I know, right? We can say things out because when we don't get the respect we need, because it's important for us, we will express in a way that it's not going to help us get the respect. But because we are upset and we want to express ourselves. So when our needs are not met, these important needs are not met, right? We may communicate in ways that will be harmful to the relationship. So, how do we then, how can we change that communication to be less harmful, to be more positive? I think all of you need a break. Okay, thank you for your attention. Can we take a break and then we come back to about
Ini dah baca tu.
And you felt, how did you feel?
I won't say angry. I felt like a bit not happy kind of thing, or because what adds on to my feeling is the child.
As the what?
What adds on to my unhappiness is when the child is fussy, you know, like makes a lot of noise, like keep on saying,
Sorry. Can I have your attention, please? I'm sorry. Okay, let's just listen to Nana as you share, alright? Yeah.
okay, what was I saying? What adds on to my unhappiness is when my daughter gets more fussy lah, like she will throw tantrum and then keeps on crying. I want daddy, but daddy sits there and watches TV.
So there are probably two different feelings, right?
Yeah.
One towards the daddy, right?
Yeah.
And how would you feel towards the daddy?
bit mad lah, like, you hurt your child calling for you.
Right, right.
Why don't you just, let that
Entertain.
Right. Right. So would you say that you're a bit disappointed?
Yes.
Right? Okay. So you're disappointed that your husband is not attending that. Okay. And you feel pain for your daughter? You feel a bit heart pain for her?
No, actually.
Okay.
No. I think I'm more focused on my feelings.
Right, right.
When I start to think of it, I'm more focused on my feelings. Like,
Right.
this one is making so much noise, this one is not helping,
Ah.
and then I got things to settle, you know?
Would you say you're feeling helpless?
Yes.
Right. Yeah. Actually, your feeling is actually you feel helpless, right? That one crying, the other one do anything, and then you feel very helpless. Right. Okay. Now, actually, if we go deeper in feelings, why we want to talk about this is because very often, right, we know only angry, happy, sad. Angry, happy, sad. What's the fourth one? Angry, happy, sad. Scared, maybe. Right? Children will always express their feelings in this way. Angry, happy, sad, maybe scared. Right? But actually, anger has a lot of layers. Anger has a lot of layers. And I think why I think it's very important is because sometimes within the layers of anger, it's not about the anger, it's about something else. Right? So, over here, if you look at anger, right? Anger is how we express it, right? It comes out as angry, but beneath that there's a lot of layers. The layers could be disappointment is one.
Sad,
Actually, anger can be because you're sad. Yeah, not happy could be what?
Disappointed.
Yeah, disappointed. Yeah.
stress.
It could be stress that you got angry. Yeah. What else?
Depression can come after that.
So that sadness could be feeling very stressed or could be feeling very helpless and then you feel very angry, right? Yeah. What else? Sometimes the anger could be due to actually you feel very hurt by the person, but it comes out as angry. Why?
Angry also lah, angry.
Yeah. But they're different. Now, why is it important to identify this? Because when you tell somebody, I'm very angry with you, versus I'm very disappointed with you. How do you feel? It's different, right? Yeah, it's different. But we always use the word anger.
Annoying also lah.
Okay, annoying.
Annoying.
Anger, you got annoyed with the person, then annoyed. Yeah.
Upset.
Upset.
Annoying, pissed off.
But all this annoyed, upset, pissed off, all this still has more the element of anger.
Yeah.
Yeah, more the element of anger. But actually, if you tell somebody like I say, sorry lah, it's not with you, know. I should ask you to meet me at 10 o'clock, not at 11 o'clock.
Insecure juga.
So disappointed with you.
Or it could be,
Bloody hell.
Farida, I'm very disappointed that I thought we agreed to meet at 10 o'clock. You come at 11 o'clock. What's the difference when you hear that? The words, right? Yes. So there is a difference.
Yes.
The words you use has to make a difference.
Yes.
How insecure?
Insecure, that in anger, do you come out as insecure?
No.
You
Something
come out as
something lah.
Something.
Our feel lah, our feel.
Something very insecure.
Insecure. Okay, could be. It could be, for example, okay lah, worried lah. Worried is another one.
Expression.
Because it not happen very often, right? I ask you to come back at 10 o'clock, you come back at 12 o'clock. What does it come out as?
Anger.
Anger, right? But actually beneath that is what? Worried, right? Actually it's more worried than anger. But usually the children will hear anger, not the worried.
So ini lah, saya faham.
Yeah.
Tambah H saja hang.
So why of all the words I feel that anger is the one that we can break down a bit more because the listener will hear differently. The listener will hear differently. And especially hurt also. Because when the children, okay, I use children because we've got children, right? Children do something right. Actually, when they do something that we know is not good for themselves, you come out with anger, right? I know my son always say, or he lies on the bed looking at his handphone. I will go in, first thing I'll say, hey, how long you play the handphone already? Right? How long you play the handball already? Then he will say, Mommy, just now, you don't assume, right? I already do my homework and do this. Because the first thing, he always say, the first thing I see him on the handball, always ask him, how long you play the handball? And he will see me as being very judgmental. Okay, that's different, being judgmental.
Then how about the anger in the good way, like be excited?
Anger can be excited.
Anger can be excited, bu. Tak macam, yalah, tak, especially kita tu lain dah, tak semestinya kita semua bad aja. Bisa ada yang
Yalah, wait lah, she haven't go there.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah. I was
Stop on.
the reason why I only choose the angle to go deeper is because this is the one that often gets us into conflict. Yeah. Excited, you don't normally get into conflict, right? You won't get into conflict because both of you are excited, right? But you get into conflict because the anger. And when we begin to identify the anger, sometimes it's not really so much angry, it's because we are hurt. When you say something, I feel very hurt. Not say I'm angry with you what you say, but actually hurts me leh. It hurts me when you say things like that. So it's different. It comes out, it's different. So I thought this is the one that I wanted to go deeper, right? And then we identify that.
Can be assume also lah.
You don't need to assume, this is your feeling. Don't need to assume, this is yours. Yeah, this is your feeling. Okay, so here, the father does not attend to the daughter after work, right? You feel, okay, helpless. You feel disappointed maybe with the husband, but you are more helpless feeling, right? And when you feel helpless, one don't care, one crying. Actually, what's your need?
I want to help me,
You need that help, lah.
Yeah.
You just want some help. You want some
Or peace maybe.
peace. What you need is
Yeah.
peace. Yeah, not so much that your husband must help. But you just need that peace.
Correct.
Right? So how can you get that peace? Sometimes may not be something that husband need to do. I don't know, right? I'm just saying that actually if you identify what you need is actually just peace at that point of time. Yeah. Then it will be different. How you will meet that peace is different. Yeah. Is it okay to leave your child crying for a while? That's another question.
Is it okay to
Yes,
work again?
yes.
Yes.
Leave your child crying for.
But I cannot get me agitated.
Okay, just leave them.
Cry! Yes!
No, I cannot. I will just say, you better shut up.
No,
No.
no, I'll do that to my grandkids. I say, you want to cry?
Cry! So today they are learning a different way of communication. No, shut up, no cry, okay? Different way. But you identify this is what you need. At that point of time, you just need peace. And then your action may be different. You may be not trying to get your husband to do something, What is it that can give you the peace?
For me, I jealous.
Jealous, right?
For me,
It may be feeling jealous, you're right. What is it that
That's why comes to not insecure lah. Ya lah.
Ya lah, betul lah.
Masa kita bapa ni dia, I give her, you don't know me, you don't know mommy.
Right. Okay.
Mata
So
susah.
that might be different, right? To the child age, then mommy not good enough, mommy can do or not, right? Then it's different, right? Okay. I'm not saying that from there you can solve all problems, but we identify actually what is it that you need, right? And disagreement when many people are involved, when there are so many voices, everybody have different opinions. What is it that you would need? How would you feel?
I will need connection.
You need connection, okay?
I have to go party.
You need connection because when there's connection, what will happen?
We need communication. We need cooperation.
Right.
Then like listening, everyone should listen to each
Yeah.
other. Then like we have to come to terms together.
Right.
Yeah.
So actually, when there are different voices and many people disagree, actually what you really want to appeal to everybody is let's have some cooperation together or some understanding together, right? Although one thing about disagreement, everybody has their own opinion, right?
Correct.
So one thing I've learned as well, you may have a lot of, there's so many opinions, right? 10 people got 10 different opinions. Yeah. Can we satisfy everybody?
No.
Not always. But can we live with a decision that, okay, this is not the best, I may not do this way, but I can live with it. Yeah. So that's where sometimes you want to get to. Not the best for me, but I can live with it. Okay? Because we cannot always make everybody 100%. But if you can say, I can live with it, maybe that is good enough for the time being. Yeah. Okay, so I want to do a little practice, right? Now you turn to your partner.
You know my partner, yeah, shit in front of me.
I'm the
Six.
best, bro.
8 and
You are the best, bro.
okay, can. Now we do a little exercise. Okay, just require your patience. Now, one of you will be A, you'll be in pairs. One is A, one is B. Okay, A start by sharing an incident. Maybe it could be something that you were not happy, you were angry, or you were upset about. Very short one, no need to share deep things about what happened to you and your husband. No need lah.
Boyfriend.
Or your girlfriend.
I'm not lesbian.
So it could be very simple thing that happened in the community that as long as you know that your feeling is when you have the touch, you know that could be upset, could be helpless, hurt, whatever. Very simple thing that you share with your partner. A, share, B, listen. But B, after you listen, I will need you to share back, right? How A is feeling and what do you think A needs. Okay? A, no need to share about your feeling. Just say what happened. You know that day I went to the market. I met this uncle. This uncle, I asked him for the fish. He gave me prawn or whatever.
Prawn and fish so fast, yeah.
Okay. I asked for stingray. Give me don't know what base or whatever. So just share a story, a very short one. Okay, for about 2-3 minutes. Okay. Then the listener will reflect the feeling. Actually, how was A feeling at that point of time? How was A feeling? And what do you think A actually needed at that point of time? We just try. Might not be easy, we just try. Okay? Okay, can? Just 2-3 minutes to share something simple. Able to identify her needs. Would anybody like to share? You don't have to share the story, but how was the person feeling?
Always me.
Okay, sorry. Manja?
Okay, Madina.
Can
Okay.
you sit here or not?
You want to stand up?
No, she can sit here.
Yeah, sure.
So my A partner is Sarifah. What I understand from her is that she's the mediator and she wants to see fairness within her family members. But she couldn't get there because often or not the communication has always been broken in between, and there's always gap whenever she's trying to mediate within two parties within the household. Yeah, so I sense that she is yearning for fairness in her household. At the same time, appreciate her presence and the mutual understanding between what she is delivering to the family members and how the family members can cooperate and communicate better.
Right. So these are her needs. Sharifah, would you say that's very clear about how your needs are? Okay. So actually, what you really need is understanding. You need cooperation. Fairness for everyone in the family. Yeah. How was she feeling when she was sharing?
Frustrated and there's discomfort.
Discomfort. What is that discomfort?
Discomfort because she has to be the mediator, and sometimes when in a family like concept, right? If you were the mediator and you are the daughter or sister to the family, right? Often or not, you feel a bit discomfort because suddenly these two parties that you mediate become good friends and go against you. Something like that lah.
Okay.
Something like that.
So perhaps there's also this feeling of like torn apart, like that here or like that, how here or here, that kind of feeling, right? Yeah.
Where to go?
Yeah. Okay. Thank you for sharing that. Yeah. Okay. Can we have another volunteer to share the feelings and also the needs?
I can understand Kak Zah feeling shame, malu, shame, malu,
Shame.
disappointed, and some more ketawa. Aku lupa.
Refer.
Tak tahu buat. Sad lah because of
Because my
her son waiting. Because a lot of people resident talk behind her just because of the waiting event. So Kak Zah feel like very like sad.
Sad. Sounds like might be hurt also.
Shame.
Shame and also a bit of hurt, right?
Yeah.
Right. And what does she need actually? What does she need?
Buat jauh sama. Money. She need something like comfort him lah. What him pula? Her. Like the thing is being spread to everybody, to our resident, regarding about the wedding lah, the wedding.
So she needs, she actually wish there's more understanding, right? And also maybe more kindness lah towards her. Yeah. So this is what she
Compassion.
needs. And compassion towards her. Yeah. And empathy for her, right?
Because
Empathy
she's
means we
been
have
all
feel.
out everything, but the outcome that very
Right.
disappointed lah.
Right.
Yay!
I'm just going to ask again for the person who for A, when your partner share with you about your feelings and your needs, how did you feel? How does A feel when your partner share with you? You feel relieved that A can, you feel relieved as an A that your partner can tell you how you feel.
At least I feel like
The burden
that is I can let it go.
But that means you feel that there is understanding, your partner understand you, okay?
The understanding is there like.
The understanding, and she is able to tell you how you feel and what you need.
And we also see
The advice that was given
Kau B.
Right, right.
Be quiet.
Okay, so sometimes what we need is not a solution. What we need is for people to understand how you feel. Yeah, and we can tell people actually this is how you are feeling. Yeah. And we can actually use the words to tell them actually this is how you are feeling. Right? Instead of, oh, you're so angry, don't be angry lah. Right? Actually, all they want to know that you hear that they are actually very upset, they're very hurt. And the person who share the story will feel, yeah, actually this is what I'm doing. Does the person need a solution? Maybe sometimes not, sometimes yes. But more importantly, they want to be understood. Yeah. So that's why, just a very quick practice. I don't have time to go the other round. Just a quick practice that if we can help people identify how they are feeling, it's actually very important. Yeah. Okay. Next, I'm going to introduce you to.
Yeah, aku dah ajar. Guys.
Sorry, you can't see, huh? Okay. If I see her, can you see? Okay.
And the watch.
What is this?
Watch.
Watch this. Fox. Yeah, it's a kind of fox lah, called the jackal. Okay, I think they belong to the fox family lah. Belong to the fox family. It's called the jackal. Yeah. So in the first part, we talk about how our feelings and how our needs influence how we communicate, right? This part I'm going to introduce this idea of giraffe and jackal language. Why we talk about this? They are different, right? And how they communicate is very different. What do you know about giraffe?
Giraffe long neck only lah.
Sombong lah, sombong apa panggil?
Long leg.
What's the size of a giraffe? Giraffe is tall. What do you know about the heart of giraffe? The heart.
Never live by anyone.
Okay.
I'm not the doctor animal.
Okay. So this one I also don't know lah. I go and read. I don't read. Okay. Apparently the giraffe has the largest heart among all the mammals. Mammals are the animals that give birth lah, right? So the giraffe has the largest heart. And every time we see giraffe, do you associate giraffe with gentle or violent?
Gentle.
Giraffe somehow give these people this sense that they are gentle. Do you think that it looks weak or strong?
Strong.
You also look strong, right? Yeah, so giraffe is associated with being gentle, strong, and has the largest heart of all mammals. And when we talk about communication, when you use giraffe to represent giraffe, communication is a heart communication, connecting with the heart. Okay. Now the jackal. Jackal is a bit like fox, huh?
Yeah.
The jackal. What do we know about fox? Okay, they not know jackal. How about the teeth? Sharp, right? Yeah. Sorry, can't see. Yeah.
Why?
Very well.
Very wild.
Well.
Yeah. Yeah. A jackal is wild, sharp teeth. Okay. Would you see the jackal, even though smaller than the giraffe, you see the jackal as gentle or
No.
aggressive?
Aggressive.
Aggressive, right? Yeah. And we all always read children's storybook about fox. Fox are usually very what? Cunning, right? I don't know whether for real or not lah, but this from young we read stories, right? This is how they portray a fox, right? It's cunning. Yeah. I really love this fox. Fox, right? Don't have lah, yeah.
Woof.
Okay, so this is what we are supposed to associate the jackal with, right? With sharp teeth, will use power, use aggression, is cunning, that means will manipulate, and therefore the jackal represent disconnecting communication. Okay, that means communicate with the head. One with the heart, one with the head. What's the difference between heart and head communication?
Head is very stubborn.
It's very stubborn.
Because you follow your head, but you never use your heart.
But head is very logical, what is correct? Logical. So my example, I think I give this example last
Macam
time.
ni pun batu pakai.
Like,
Example. Head. Stubborn this one.
Using his brain.
yeah, when you use your brain, brain is very logical, right? So head connecting, but when you use your head and logic, right, does it connect well before? Not really, right? Yeah. So I think I gave this example before. Some of you may have heard. See, I always talk about my son, my family. I don't all know about my family.
Talk about
But that's the best example I can give. I live at home, right?
Never mind, we are
So
never mind.
I have a son, 14-year-old, and when he starts whining and complaining that he cannot find his toys, what do you think mommy's first response is?
Find with your eyes, not with your nose, not with your head.
Don't use your tuntut.
Don't use your bum.
So
Yeah,
remember
what
this
was mommy's first response?
Yeah.
Mommy's first response, I told you to keep your toys properly, right? Now you cannot find, right? I told you so, right?
I told you so.
Yes. Mommy first response would be this, right? And when the first thing I say is, when I say this, what language am I using? The jack.
The small one.
The small one. Okay. The box or the jackal, right? We call it the jackal. Because I am communicating with my head. The head is correct lah. If you keep your toys properly, you will
Not lose it.
you will not lose it, you will find them. Right? Correct lah, logically it's correct lah. But at that point of time, and what do you think when I say things like that, right? I told you to keep your toys properly so you can find it. What is my judgment about my son? You never keep properly, right? Very careless, right? If I start to think, this one never listen, number one. Never listen. Very careless. Always like that. The first thing will come, always like that. Wow, if I start thinking like that, how would I feel?
Angry.
Angry already, right? Because I told you so, right? Always like that, right? Then these are my thoughts, and then I would start to think, don't listen. Don't listen, right? Then I will start to get angry because my judgment to him is that he's not listening. And what do you think if I start saying things like, I told you to keep your toys properly, but you don't listen? How will my son respond to that?
Cry.
Cry some more, right? It's not as if, yeah, mommy, I'm so sorry, I should have listened. It doesn't happen that way. I wish it happened myself.
Nowadays say, my bad. Nowadays, my bad.
But it doesn't happen that way, right? It doesn't happen that way that, yeah, I should listen to you. It doesn't happen that way. And he will cry more. He will, more. Because this way of communicating to him at that point of time is not connecting with him. But if I were to use giraffe language, right, what can I say to him?
You should have put your toy properly find it.
Where you last put it? Where you last put it? Okay.
No, this one now we talking from the heart.
Okay, wait So you say you should have. Farida, you should know what? Next time when you come for meeting, you prepare first. How do you use it?
You see my expression? That's how I will react.
The phrase should, most of the time you don't feel like it. Because it means that you should know better. Right? But we often use that because we all hope that everybody understands and know better. But the listener doesn't hear the heart connection. Okay. Where do you put your voice? Okay, maybe to some extent you are trying to calm him down. I put here Okay. What else can we respond in a giraffe language?
Come down, everybody come.
Right. So we recognize that he's very upset.
Yeah.
Right? Recognize that okay lah, why I can see very upset must be very upset that you cannot find your voice. Yeah. So if I use a giraffe language, I need to acknowledge he's upset first lah. Rather than why you don't listen? Okay, that one will come later again. Anyway, if I can calm down myself and I will say, yeah, you must be upset. You're not fine. I don't know whether it will make a difference, to be honest. Because I think, no, because I don't know whether it will make a difference that as a child, whether does that mean that he hear that I can understand him, and does that mean he will calm down? I'm not sure, but I'm just saying that if we use a giraffe language, we first want to acknowledge, yeah lah, must be very upset, cannot find right. You find everywhere already, cannot find right.
And my daughter answered, Mommy very irritating in my city.
That's about right.
Right?
Yeah.
Now I said, okay, then fuck, in front of yourself.
Yeah. Well, when you start changing your language, people around you may not be used to it. That's one thing. They may not be used to it. Yeah. They may not used to it. But you may even find it hard. Yeah, you got to practice that. Because you got to first start by changing the thinking, then the language. How do we connect as a giraffe? The giraffe language is heart to heart. This one very upset. Okay? Where do you put your toy? Then the next thing you can do is
Help him.
I
Find
help you
together.
find together.
Yeah. Jalan dah.
Yes, that is heart to heart. Because the mommy will just say down there, you go do that lah, do that lah.
No, but in heart here.
Reality, the reality doesn't look like the head, darling.
Yeah.
It's not darling. Let's look at the toy.
Then go to hell.
After that, bloody.
So, Malina, you said that in reality we will get there because it is hard.
Yes.
Trying to communicate in a way that can calm you and calm another person down is hard. It's very hard because we always want to attend to our feelings. It's hard. So, but what I share this as I say, I always say tomorrow is better because I always make mistakes. So tomorrow will be better lah. It's okay. Tomorrow will be better. Next week can be better. Yeah. So be kind to yourself. Today you cannot do it. It's okay. Tomorrow you can try. Because sometimes after a while you say fuck. Finally, you are in our team.
Don't be sorry, girl.
No, because sometimes you might say, no matter how I try, this one also feel like that. You do feel like that.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. But I can't control what other people do or say or think. I can only control myself. Yeah. So I think it's a practice. It's a practice. So a giraffe language versus a jackal language. Okay.
We all expect.
Giraffe communicates non-violent way, right? In a gentle, in a hard way. Okay, we'll try to then use observation rather than I see that you have been looking very hard. I see you have been looking all around the house for your toy. Rather than the first thing, I told you to put your toy. This is the judgment thing and the interpretation that this one don't care one. Okay, but perhaps I can observe. I see that you have been looking around. Then maybe my son, mommy, I try already, but maybe lah, yeah. And then you want to communicate, actually it must be very frustrating, lah. You try, cannot. I know it's not easy because after a while you talk like that, you also.
Menyirap.
Yeah, correct. But we want to attend to your feelings. You must recognize. Later we talk about how to calm ourselves first, right? And then of course, what the person needs, actually he needs help lah. To be honest, I the, what to say,
Ignore.
not ignore lah, with the, like, I don't feel like helping because it's not the first time. You know the feeling? It's like, it's not the first time, you know. How many times was I helping? Yeah. But I know my son needs that help because he's special needs. Right? I cannot expect the same. So, and then, okay lah, this one I request later, but a jackal, when you connect from the heart, you communicate from the head, you will interpret first. This one, always like that. Don't want to listen. Very careless. Okay. So, that will make us communicate in a way that does not connect. Does not connect. Okay. What blocks our compassion when it does not connect? Okay, it is when we judge, right? When we judge a person, very careless. I don't want to listen. It's a form of judgment towards that person. What other judgments do we have of people usually? And judgment is very common. We all do that all the time, all of us. But what is helpful is we recognize, okay, then we learn to change that. But it is common because we're human beings, right? It's just very common. Yeah. What could be a judgment you have of someone?
Stereotyping her.
Yeah, like what? For example, your a judgment of someone could be.
When I see an elderly person, I just presume that he or she may not understand English. So I find that, okay, I don't know Malay, I don't know Chinese, how to communicate, you know?
Right. But
like stereotyping.
right. Okay, but at least you are trying to think of how to communicate. But what could be a judgment of an old person? This one my husband very irritated. On the MRT. You know how older people, right? Okay, that's what he say lah. Okay, when he's on the MRT, he see old people communicate on the phone that he's irritated. How do they do it? Loudly and
On speaker.
On speaker loudly, right? Like that, right? Yeah. He say that, okay, that why old people cannot understand this is not not considerate lah. Yeah. He's not, he said the reason why he say he has this judgment is because it's not a short while. It's throughout the conversation, the whole train journey. Yeah. So he already had this judgment that this old person throughout the whole journey don't care about other people. That's his judgment. The old people don't care about other people. But actually what could be happening?
They cannot listen well also.
Yeah. Maybe they cannot listen well. What else?
Very stubborn.
They thought it's okay,
They thought it's okay.
Yeah,
Is it
they
because
don't
they're
know.
stubborn? What do you know if person talk on the phone for a long time, what happen?
Very hot. The phone very hot.
Very hot. The ear actually gets a bit painful, right? Because that's why, but especially if you talk for very long. Yeah. Do old people use earplugs?
But sometimes they also not very good with phone.
Yes, not very good.
Yeah.
Yeah. So actually there could be more reasons than they don't care about people around. But when we make that judgment, that's how we will feel very upsetting. Of course, another one is comparison lah. Comparisons, right? When we compare one to another. Why this one can, this one cannot? This one I think of an example. From young, my mother would say things like, why your cousin, this one very good, and then you cannot. Your cousin like that. Sometimes I tell my mother, why don't you take my cousin as your daughter? Right? Yeah. So this is again, this will block compassion when you make comparisons. Right? Denial of responsibility. Okay. Meaning that you don't take responsibility for what happened. I'm going to share another example. A lot of example. This happens to my family. Okay. This example, I was with my son. We were driving off somewhere. So there was another car parked next to my car. And so when my son took his bag, go into the car, I went to my driver's seat. He go to the other seat. He opened the door. Bang. Then he go in. Then the next car, there's this Chinese uncle, not very old, maybe 50 years old or 50 plus, but Chinese speaking uncle. He get out. What do you think he did? He got out of the car. You know what he did?
Why you bang my car?
I was on the other side of the car, right? You mother, huh?
Walao.
Really? You mother, huh? You. Then I have to go over. Yes. Then this uncle said, "Then your son?" I said, "Yes, my son." Then he said, "Hey, you know your son did what or not? Bang my car, no? See, bang my car." Okay, at first I very naughty like, "Where, huh? Where, huh?" At first where? Then after that, "Hey, he banged his car." Then I said, "Okay, what would you like, uncle?" Then he said, "Must say sorry lah." Oh, okay. So I told my son. Okay, before I talk to my son, I said, "I'm sorry, uncle. My son is specialist, he may not understand." Then what do you think his response is?
Okay.
Yeah.
So what?
You don't understand about special needs and all, yeah.
Yeah. Also, all this is communicated in Chinese. I was so surprised by his response. His response was, "Oh, sorry, my fault. Sorry, my fault." He keep apologizing to me and say, "Sorry, my fault." It's your fault. I said, "No, uncle, it's not your fault. He must learn." I said, "He must learn." But he said, "No, it's okay. Sorry, my fault." I don't know why he keeps saying it's his fault. Because I said my son is special needs. I said, "It's okay, he needs to learn. Right? He knows how to open the door, he needs to learn." Yeah. So I told my son, "Hey, you need to learn, right? Come out. You know what happened?" Because I will explain to him lah. He banged the door, then, "Okay, what do you think you must say to the uncle?" "It's also my fault." The uncle said. Then my son, "Okay, sorry. Okay, it's okay. My fault, it's okay." I was very surprised that just because there was an information, the uncle's response is different. But then again, I'm thinking, this one also look very young, what? So if not specially, then cannot excuse that. Also wonder lah. Okay. So but then after that, when I talk to my son, "Hey, next time when you open the door, what must you do?" What's my son's response? "You park too near, what? The other car." Not taking responsibility, right? It's not, "Yeah lah, next time I can." His first response is, "You park too near, so it's my fault not his fault So this is what we mean by denying responsibility. You are the one that parked so near. Make me bang the car. Not, I can open the door more gently. Even though we say so many times, open gently. It's not taking responsibility. Just say, you are the one that parked near. That's why I bang. So this is what we mean by not taking responsibility. Right? Okay, making demands that is you expect somebody. Okay, I know I talk about my elder son. When I first started, say, "Can I request that you do this?" After a while, he said, "Is it a demand or request?" And that's another issue. Okay. Any questions here first? So the reason why we are introducing it, what blocks, is because when we start to have judgment about people, right? Even though we may not know them very well, or we may not have enough information, we will then end up responding maybe in a not so kind way. Yeah. So that's why we remember the judgment that we have. Right. Secondly is the comparison. If we were to compare, this one always on time, this one not on time. This one is so helpful, this one not so helpful. Right? When we start making comparison like that, then we will begin to feel this one is good, this one is bad. Yeah. But actually there could be different reasons for why they do what they do. And of course denying responsibility. Sometimes I also do that lah. Yeah. Not me, what person like that, why that one cannot like that, why the government cannot learn more. Yeah, that's enough. But it's when we start to say, you make me, right? You should have done this, not me. If you have done this, then I wouldn't do this. Then it's not my responsibility. Right? Yeah. Okay, any questions here? Just to clarify, giraffe and jackal communication. This is the jackal's way of thinking. Giraffe, you'll be looking at, right, the heart first. Let's look at, try to connect with the heart first. How the person is feeling, what the needs are. Any questions here? No? Okay. We can say all this, right? I don't have a formula, right, that we can communicate better. I'm introducing this to say that perhaps we can slow down first. Before we make a judgment, let's see what the person is doing. My son is actually looking around for his point. Very noisy already, right? He's actually looking everywhere for his point. It's not like he sit down there and say, "Mommy, I cannot find my toy." Not like that. He was looking everywhere for his toy. Did he make an effort? He did lah. He cannot find out, but he made an effort. So my observation is you are trying very hard to look for your toy. But you're very frustrated. Right? Actually, it looks like you may need help lah, some help lah at this point of time. Okay. But the jackal would be, I told you so many times, you don't want to listen, you deserve it, cannot find, never mind, throw away. Sorry, I said this before. Throw away. Why? Because you thought toys cannot find, good lah, throw lah. Okay. But that's the gentle me, right? So having said that, I also say before lah, all these things lah. But as I tell myself, tomorrow will be better. Okay? Tomorrow will be better. But it all starts with us being kind to ourselves, right? And how we can calm down first. Okay. Now there's this part when I don't know your body, you're not like that really, right? Once you center means that you are stable, then you can think about connecting. Then you can think about being compassionate. Okay. So I think while you may think, hey, is this self-hate? Yeah. But without self-hate, we cannot communicate compassion. So we're going to do a little exercise. You can sit, no worries. Okay. But if I request that you all sit, okay, I want you to identify which part of your body usually tells you when you get upset and angry. Which part? Think about it and just touch that part of your body. So mine is here, I know. Which part of your body? Ouch. Okay. Just touch that part of your body. Which part? When you know that you feel upset, which part of our body tells you that? Yeah, for you is that? For me, yeah. You got 3 parts, Interesting.
I borrow your hand. Where is it?
Which 3 parts,
Where is it?
Which 3 parts?
Sometimes sana tummy, sometimes hip.
I will have a.
Okay, now as you do that, okay, how do you calm yourself, right? Rebalance, right? As you touch it, let the air goes to the part that needs the life, right? Need that life to allow you to feel that you can calm down.
She's not breathing forward. Different breathing.
Okay. And at this point of time, you may feel that, will I actually do that? I don't know. You try, you practice. Maybe there are times. I mean, when you are talking to children, you may not end up doing that. You may not do that, but you know.
My toddler will copy me, you know.
You will ask but you know that you need that, breathe the life inside there. You may need to breathe that. And sometimes I have to walk away. In front of you cannot, I must walk away. Right? I must walk away. Actually, the breathing is something we teach children all the time. Because they all very hot, teenagers. Right? Because it's important. We breathe life into that part. Okay, then we center ourselves. Okay, keep your hands there, keep your hands there. Okay. Okay, we center. Okay. Actually, you know how to breathe correctly. Actually, when you breathe correctly, when you breathe in, tummy should be out. Correct. That's the correct breathing. We all like that. That's panting, right? When we do that, right, it doesn't calm us. It makes us more control. Yeah. Actually, to breathe correctly to calm is actually tummy out. Then when you breathe out, the tummy go in. That's the correct way. That is how to calm down. Right? So let's practice that one time. Okay. Tummy out.
Allah.
No, I can't do it, man.
You can't do the tummy out.
I can't do it.
Yeah. That's a really difference when you start to.
So when I breathe out, how do I do it? In my tummy.
Cara-caranya adalah
When you let the air out, the tummy will go in. But when you breathe out, right, the tummy will go in.
It's the other way around.
When you breathe in, you fill your tummy also with air.
Yes.
Then usually when you breathe out, then you expel out, but then you go back in.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah, standing will help.
Standing
When you sit
helps.
down, you find it difficult. You stand up.
Yeah, so
try
you
not to.
breathe in, the air will fill your tummy.
Yes.
Because
Yeah.
stand up.
Tummy.
Slowly, breathe in and then fill the tummy.
I got it.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Because
slowly.
it must be deep breath. A lot of us get deep breath. If a lot of us do like that, that will make you more better.
You can put your hand and feel your own tummy.
Okay? And then when you can center yourself, that's when you can respond in a more compelling way. The ABC, because it's not caring for your body, the part that needs the care. The other way what we can look at is the part that needs your care, sayang it lah, right? I remember that we did exercise, sayang that thing, right? The heart is sayang, the head is sayang, okay? And when you sayang it, it's okay. Don't need to say don't be angry. Because feelings are normal. Okay? We all grew up telling us, don't be angry, don't be scared. We all grow up saying that you cannot have negative feelings, but actually there are no negative feelings. Feelings are either pleasant or unpleasant. Because feelings are normal. You got no feelings or you're not human there. Correct? It's very normal. So we can if you're angry, then tell some. Okay, calm down. I know you're angry. It's okay. It's okay to be angry, but you calm down first. You can hold that feeling there. And you can sayang your hand and say yes. It must be very painful to be angry. Okay, because when we start taking care of body, then you are able to respond better. So, which is why the self-care can do a lot of things. Manicure, massage, but it starts with you caring for your body where the body is hurting. You know how some people end up with disease, like chronic disease, high cholesterol, high blood pressure. It's because of all the stresses in our lives. Yeah, we need to take care of that. Okay. So soothe yourself, pet yourself. Okay. Okay. So we start with that, right? Take care of our bodies. Then when we respond, we can be a bit more direct and gentle. Okay. Any questions about this part? It may not seem very normal for us to do that, right? You can practice it not in the presence of other people because sometimes something new you do, right? Your family is younger than you. Yeah. So practice it in other places. And sometimes it means that we need to move away outside of the situation to practice that. Yeah. Okay. Any questions about this? Okay. So this is the part about restoring balance. Okay, this is about restoring balance because when we are angry, upset, all the unpleasant feelings make us not balanced. We need to restore balance first. Then when we restore balance, we can be kind to ourselves and then others. Be kind to ourselves and then others. So this is this part. Okay. Okay. No questions. The last part. These are just some notable quotes from Marshall Rosenberg, the one who developed this non-violent communication. I thought it's quite cool. I just share with you all, right? Your presence is the most precious gift you can give to another person. Being, your presence, being with the person. I don't know whether you feel that sometimes you don't want people to talk too much when you are sad. The person with you. Better don't talk too much. Don't tell me that you should have done this No. You just want the person to just sit there, right? No need, either listen or just be there. Don't kind of give it a lot of advice. Because the presence is more important than the word sometimes. Right? When we hear the other person's feelings and needs, we recognize our common humanity. Reason is because we all share the same needs. All of us have the same needs. Right? Whether it's connection, we need fun, peace, all of us have the same needs. It may be most difficult to empathize with those we are closest with. Right? That's why, where is it most difficult to practice MBC? Where? Home, right? Yeah, because it's most difficult. Yeah, at home. And empathizing with someone's protects us. Okay, maybe, I don't think we introduced this. Okay, but every time I mess up, it's a chance to practice, which is what I have to remind myself, so that I don't give up. Right? end early today, but maybe before we end for this session, I would like just want to go one round, right? I'm going to use this so that everybody, one person speak at one time. You can start with Aisha. Maybe Nadira, yeah, you can share as well. Okay, maybe I would like to ask, there are three main things we talk about today, right? The feelings and our needs, and how that influence our response. That's the first thing. Second is giraffe and jackal language. Third is feedback, restoring our balance, right? That means caring for ourselves. Now, it could be the sharing from everybody, but I just want to maybe go one round. What is one thing that you take away today for yourself? You can think about. We end early today, so I just want to hear from you. Just think a while, then we'll go around. What is one thing you take away for yourself today?
Because we did target the unmet needs, right? So the unmet needs is not only for the other person, it's also for ourselves. It gives space to understand ourselves and also the other person.
Okay. Thank you. Okay, we're just going to pass the talking piece. So when the talking piece reach you, if you could share one takeaway. If you prefer not to, you can pass on. Okay.
My takeaway today is the non-violent communications. It can be tough, so trying different methods, different words, actually make a lot of difference. Yeah. Thanks.
I want to try the giraffe method at home with my poor daughter who always gets it from me. I'm sorry, girl.
Same with the giraffe and the jackal thingy lah. That's my takeaway from it.
I so patut apa giraffe.
So popular like the giraffe.
Yeah, I can cry, no? Also,
So you find that the most useful for you is the giraffe and jackal.
For me, it's jackal.
Jackal.
Jackal. There is some jackal, some giraffe. Because my children sometimes also what? Problem. When I talk to them nicely, they will shout to me. Then I have to become this both. Jackal and giraffe.
Right, right.
I so far I seldom shout to them lah. Only what? Where will you go?
Because the more they big, the more I stress. More about them.
Right.
They will never shout. They just like, my bad.
Okay. Right. So if you notice that you still, we are human, right? Sometimes we will be giraffe, sometimes we'll be jackal. If you want to increase connection, then we can try to be more giraffe. Okay, thank you.
I try for for me, I try macam Zira understand with also with my son. I talk the good. Sometimes I see my son like not listen. I just go my room. I just do it.
Right. Yeah. So you try to be
Yes.
Participate in it.
You are giraffe, and you
For the
want
workshop,
you to be
workshop you can
grow as a giraffe.
I never shout at my son. So my son
just slowly and
obey what I'm
steady.
saying. Very quiet.
Okay, go ahead.
What?
No, go ahead.
I like learning about different.
Wait, sorry, Maria. I think just wait for a while first. It's okay. We can do the sorry. Do the try this one later.
Yeah, I really like learning about the different needs and how that can be common among a lot of people and the ones that's not currently. So yeah, I think that was nice.
I learned a lot, but I think that is most interesting that I heard is like how one emotion comes up from so many other, like either could be from disappointment, sad, frustration, helpless. When we look at it, it looks totally different from each other,
Yes.
but it's very closely connected. So I just need to, it's really interesting. Thank you.
Okay.
I learned how to be kind to myself.
Ooh, nice.
Be kind to myself because at a certain point of life, I just want to impress others, you know. But then now I think that okay, you need to think about yourself also. And the giraffe method. Yeah.
Unisex?
The question was that what is your own takeaway lah?
I learn more ways to communicate in a nicer way.
Communicate. Really? Apa terpikir?
For me, I learned a lot lah today. All the words. I don't know why I learned it. Later come back to me.
I'm more on Jekyll because I'm mother of mini childcare. I'm trying to be a giraffe as they grow.
Wow.
Wow.
Okay.
Just say anything. What is your takeaway from the?
Just for today, yeah.
Yeah.
Yourself.
You want become giraffe or you want become lion?
Dah, finish. Very fast the survey.
Yeah, it's okay. I mean, you can pass it, yeah.
My takeaway is the list of needs because like all those words that the needs says, right, it's all that we are doing as a community leader or volunteers.
Dah boleh dah.
Okay, like for me, it's more to Japan. Yeah, I'm trying to become a like giraffe and trying to love myself. No same. No same.
Ada ya dah. Ada kaya.
Conflict. Right. Yes.
I pass away.
Okay, one thing what I'm hearing is that does that mean that when we don't shout, we are not being mindful? Does that mean that? No. Because sometimes the words hurt, even though we can say it very gently. Yeah. So it's not just when we shout, we are being violent. Sometimes it's just which words we choose. I can also say, I don't shout, what? You stupid guy, what? I can not shout, what? Right? But the words is violent, right? Right. Yes. It's the words that come out, right? So it's not just about the tone, whether it's loud or soft. It's about what we think of a person and what we say, how we judge a person. It itself will create, I mean, when we say violent, meaning that it is not helping the relationship, right? So I thought I want to qualify that. We can be very gently telling the person, you stupid idiot, why don't you think about this? Very gently. And calmly tell me already, you next time you just listen, okay? Deserve it, right? I very gently tell you all this, right? You can be very gentle. But am I being a giraffe? No, I'm not being a giraffe. I can a gentle. Yeah. Okay. I really appreciate your feedback because this is the first time we're doing this. We're going to do 3 more rounds. Wait. Let me finish this part. I really appreciate you guys your feedback. And any improvement because as I said, it's my first time doing this. So everybody has taken done feedback?
Yes, done it.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you very much, and I think Anne wants to share something.
Yes.
Go ahead, Anne.
Sure, can send us the slides.
Okay.
Okay.
The photo later.
So this one was gotten because some of you had feedback that you wanted to upgrade yourselves to maybe learn some digital skills. So we're having 2 sessions. You can come for both. One's on the 15th of September, one's on the 22nd. So the first one you learn about scam awareness and basic PowerPoint skills. The second one will be a craft activity and Excel, Microsoft Excel. So if you're interested, scan the QR code and sign up. It will be at HP office at Bedford Road. Okay? Breakfast and lunch will be provided.
Sorry, the dates again?
15 and 22nd September, 9 to